Hello and welcome back to another video. Today we are playing the farmer, and so for our passive trait we have plus 20 percent, or sorry, plus 20 harvesting. Harvesting increases by an additional 3% at the end of a wave, plus 1 harvesting when picking up a consumable while at max health, and then minus 50% materials dropped. So, in my opinion, I think support weapons are by far the best to go on this character. And if you guys know or recognize all of these weapons, then I think it's not even close. The pruner is the best by far. You spawn a garden that creates a fruit every 15 seconds. So if you have 6 pruners, you can get this effect 6 times. It's also a support weapon, so you get more harvesting to add on top of this. And every time you pick up a fruit from the pruner gardens, you actually get more harvesting. So the pruner is by far the best in my opinion. It's also just the most, I think, the most satisfying. The only thing about this character is you need to avoid taking damage. I think taking damage is, or sorry, avoiding taking damage is much more important than even killing the enemies. Because half the enemies are not going to give you materials anyways, you just want to avoid taking damage so you can get more harvesting. Because at the end of the wave, also more harvesting, at the end of the wave, everything will fly to you. Okay? All the materials will fly at you, which means if you are max health at the end of the wave, then all those fruits you left on the ground will come to you and they will still stack your harvesting. Okay? So all you need to do is avoid taking damage and get more pruners. Okay? More pruners. Fertilizer will also lock and roll for another pruner. Okay, we got 4 pruners, right? This isn't even lucky, of course, since we always see 2 weapons in the first and second shop. First and second shop always show us 2 weapons, and they have a 50% chance to be a pruner. So yeah, all we're doing, just don't take damage. Do not take any damage because that will lose you harvesting stats. If you do take damage, just don't pick up the fruit, keep running away and kiting. Try not to take any more. Because here our fruit will fly to us. And you see, we get all the harvesting boost at the end of the wave. Okay? We will take some speed here, and then potentially more. Let's see. I'll actually just take some max HP in this case. Get another pruner. Reroll one time. Get another pruner. Reroll again. Lock a pruner. And that's the whole strategy, guys. Very, very simple, right? More pruners. Normally, I would take the Gentle Alien. On this character, since we have 50% reduced material drops, we don't actually want more enemies. We want less enemies, if anything, because the enemies are not as valuable. They are half as valuable as normal. So that just means we don't really care about them very much. And spawning more enemies is more of a disadvantage than advantage. I moved down to clear out that tree really quickly. Since trees can also drop fruit, they will either drop a fruit or a loot crate if you're a little lucky. And on our character, a fruit is just as good as a loot crate, right? More harvesting. And you can see we're wave 3. We just completed wave 3. We have 90 harvesting. Okay, very, very simple. Simple character. Plant is great. We don't care about lifesteal, so we'll go ahead and take that. And we can take some melee damage finally. And then here we also want maybe harvesting or melee damage. Those are the stats I will be willing to take. Okay, harvesting. There we go. I wouldn't have taken pretty much anything else there. I would have kept rolling a bit more. Fertilizer, I will actually take, even though we lose melee damage. It's okay with me. And then I'm just rolling for more pruner upgrades. Can we get one more? Okay, we do get one more, because I knew we had enough to buy one more pruner. And the reason I did that is because, not just because it does more damage, of course, though the scaling is way better, right? This is 50% melee damage scaling, and it increases to 65, and then you also get more crit chance and crit damage. So the upgrade does give you a ton of damage. It also attacks faster. So basically every single stat gets upgraded when you upgrade your pruner. But the main thing is that the garden will spawn fruit every 14 seconds. So this cooldown actually gets faster. That's why you want to upgrade your pruners so you can get more fruit spawns, which equals more harvesting. And yeah, all we're doing is avoiding taking damage. And we do have a small amount of HP regen. So as long as we don't get hit more than once, or I should say, if we get hit once, we can still just heal it back without picking up any fruit. Because you do have to be max HP, right, to get the harvesting stacks. And Yeah, simple enough, right? Just don't get hit. You can move around, clear out the clumps, and then avoid the projectiles from the spitters. This item we will actually take. We get max HP, and our fruit consumables have a 1 in 3 chance to explode and deal damage based on our max health. We'll also take a tier 3 upgrade that's really lucky. Go ahead and take that. And we can get some more HP regen, but we don't really need it. And losing luck is not great, so we're going to go ahead and skip that for now. Another pruner, and we just want more pruners. Keep upgrading them. Pruner, pruner. That's it, right? Look at our inventory, just a ton of pruners. They might look really lucky, but the pruner is actually a really cheap weapon. And it also, we have 135 harvesting. So yeah, this is why I said this item is great. And you can see it scales really, really well. 80% melee damage scaling and 1.75 chance or critical damage. And it also has 9% crit chance, innate crit chance. So, and the attack speed as well. Basically, the stats all get better on the pruners as you upgrade them. So this is not just really strong because of the fruit. The item itself is actually really good. Or the weapon, I should say. The weapon itself is really good as well. And yeah, really simple game plan. You can actually pick up fruits in the middle of the wave, but it doesn't really matter because they will fly to you at the end. That's why I'm not really actively trying to move towards them. All I'm doing is moving in a way that gives me the lowest risk of taking damage, pretty much. Because all I care about is not taking damage. Yeah. You will become almost invincible on this character really quickly because the harvesting is just ridiculous. It gets out of hand very fast. This is actually one of my favorite characters as well. I'm just going to go ahead and take some speed here and more harvesting, of course. Yeah, this is one of my favorite characters. It's just really satisfying to play. You just stack up a ton of harvesting, and I mean, that feels good, right? It just feels really nice. We will take a Shady Potion. 20 luck is nice. And we will take a little muscly dude, some melee damage plus health. And more pruners. Okay, go ahead and buy that. One more reroll. And we can't afford this stuff, that's okay. We will lock the propeller hat and continue moving. Wave. None of these early waves should be difficult for you. You do want to be careful not to get hit by projectiles, because any damage you take will lose you some harvesting stacks. But once you get to wave 7, you do start running into more tanky enemies like the slashers, and then wave 8 you start seeing the bruisers. So you do want to take some damage if possible. Sorry, not take damage from enemies, but you want to take some damage stats, right? You want to upgrade your weapons and take some high quality damage stats, I should say. Yeah. Yeah, again, I'm just moving in a way where I can avoid getting hit by enemies, trying to put distance between me and the chargers, things like that. Range is not really effective, we want something better. 10 harvesting we will take, and melee damage is great, okay? We definitely want melee damage before we start getting attack speed and damage percent. These two stats scale with your base damage. And right now our base damage is 28 per hit. Another pruner upgrade. Propeller hat for some luck. And then we get a head injury damage for range is good. Another pruner here. We don't want to take the Peaceful Bee. We do like harvesting, but losing melee damage is not worth it, so we're not going to take that. We also will not take things like the Schmoop. We don't want to lose our damage. The banner, though, is quite good, gives us some range back and attack speed, so that's just a nice damage item. And here we're going to start seeing the slasher eggs, as you can see on the left here. I almost want to let them spawn, but I will say the safe play is just kill them, because letting them spawn is not really great. I've explained this in some videos before in the past, but basically the slasher egg doesn't really give you materials. However, the slashers themselves, which is the enemy that it spawns, right, when the egg hatches, the actual slashers do give you 3 materials for killing them. So you get a nice amount of materials compared to the normal enemies, which only give you 1, right? Some special enemies like this slasher here on the right give you 3. So you can, on certain characters, let them hatch if you have the damage to kill them, and then you can farm them for sort of slightly more materials. It's kind of like really, really min-maxing, but since we get reduced materials anyways, there's no point in letting the eggs hatch. This is great. Tier 4 upgrade we're obviously going to take. This is also great. Go ahead and take this. Gets HP regen and some loot. We get a coupon here, a pruner, upgrade. Some crit chance we can take actually. We do have pretty good crit damage and we have pretty high base crit chance. So we're going to go ahead and buy that. Reroll one more time. We get another pruner. And as you can see here, tier 4 pruner every 10 seconds spawns a fruit compared to 12 on the tier 3 and then 14 on the tier 2, right? It goes 15 seconds, 14, 12, and then 10. So that's why we are really trying to upgrade these items as much as possible, or these weapons. And now, this wave, like I said, this can be a difficult wave if you don't have a ton of damage yet. Don't worry, again, about killing all the enemies. All that matters is that you're sort of minimizing the chances you take damage, which just means you only need to kill enemies in a way that makes it easier for you to take less damage. Like you see, I just took damage. That's because I was kind of talking too much and not paying attention to my movement. We can see I'm just kiting the enemies around the edge of the map. And yeah, that's it. Killing them doesn't matter, right? Killing them doesn't matter. All that matters is that I don't take damage. I can go for the loot goblin, or sorry, the looter. I always call it loot goblin. But I can go for the looter, but it's just not worth it. I will probably end up taking a ton of damage and losing harvesting. Okay, this we will also take. We don't care about dodge. More harvesting is great. Some speed and lifesteal minus luck. I will actually take this. Normally I wouldn't lose luck this early in the wave, or in the run, but I think the harvesting easily makes up for it. We took harvesting there, tier 3 upgrade, and damage percent, tier 3 upgrade. And then similar to earlier, we will be taking a spicy sauce, more max HP, plus now we have a 66% chance to explode for 60 damage. Yeah. Power generator also great. We have 22 speed. We can get some extra damage. That means taking speed upgrades is even more worthwhile now. And nothing here. Lunar upgrade here. Melee damage and crit chance is good. Go ahead and take that. And we're not going to reroll. We only have 90 materials. We would have 70 if we rerolled. That's not worth it. Everything's a little bit too expensive, so let's just go ahead and wait. And yeah, wave 9, as per usual, right, we get a bunch of these chasers and fin aliens, which are really easy to defeat. We shouldn't really be struggling here. Just, again, killing them does not really matter. The only reason we're killing enemies is because it makes it easier to play the game, right? Of course. But killing them for materials doesn't matter. So all that matters is that you are not taking damage. So I am just trying to clump all of these little enemies together so I can hit them at the same time. That's why I'm sort of forcing them into a little group by like wrapping around them. You can see it's getting a little awkward here, so I'm kind of just moving around the edge of the map now. And then just barely staying out of their range so they can't hit me. And then I can kill some of them. And that's it. Easy enough. Okay. And then yeah, speed gives us damage percent, of course. But just raw melee damage is better, of course. So we're going to take that. And then here we will actually take some more damage percent. Perfect. And our attack speed is actually quite low. You can see 0.79, but that's because we only have 10% attack speed. Though this is a situation where we could take this ball and chain item, I think the knockback is not good. That this capping your attack speed is not good either. And also speed will lose us damage percent. So this item, I haven't found a character that I think it would be good on yet. But if we could play a character like that, I will mention it. Now we're just rerolling for some good items. Lost Duck is good. The Peacock is also kind of good, but also just a complete waste on our character. We're going to go ahead and skip it. Pruner upgrade is good. Fertilizer is good. Melee damage from repos here. Some lifesteal in exchange for elemental damage is okay. Ball tree is great. Gentle alien, not good. Skip the gentle alien, the mouse, skip all of these. We don't want more enemies, we want less. 20 range plus attack speed is good as well. And then some armor plus dodge. We have a lot of max health, so we are actually going to take this. And yeah, so generally, you guys know I love to take the gentle alien plus the mouse. They make more enemies spawn, which means you can kill more things, which means you get more money. But since we have 50% reduced drop rate, that means that enemies are only giving us things half the time when we kill them. So it's just a complete waste. The gentle alien, the mouse are basically half effective. So we'd rather just get less enemies, if anything, just to make it so we have lower chance of taking damage throughout the run. And then basically there is the item, the white flag, if anyone knows what that is. If not, I'm going to explain it. The white flag is a tier 2, so it's a blue item, which basically just reduces enemies by, I believe it's 5%, and then it also gives you a bit of harvesting. That item, I pretty much skip on all the characters, but on the farmer here, I actually think it's quite good. I'll take some crit chance. So if we see the item in any of the shops, I will point it out. We get another pruner upgrade. Perfect. And we get a garden. This item is also great on us, right? Tier 2 item. Spawns a fruit. It's just a permanent garden. Every single round it will spawn and then give us more fruit. Coupon, luck, and melee damage. We are losing a tiny bit of luck. That's okay. The melee damage is worth it. And then just roll a little bit more. Okay, we got spicy sauce, 3 out of 3. We'll go ahead and take that. Cyclops swarm, we can also lock more damage percent in exchange for a little bit of range. And now we are at wave 11. So you do still need damage, of course. Even if killing enemies is not valuable for making money, it's valuable for staying alive. So we do still have to kill things. That is why we've been taking so many damage stats. And this is a good example of why we need that damage, right? These pursuers have about 250 health, I believe. I always kind of forget the exact numbers, but here on wave 11, enemies gain max HP per wave. They have every enemy has a specific amount that they gain per wave, right? So this wave they might have 300 health and deal 30 damage per hit, and then 10 waves later that'll be increased by a certain amount. But basically the pursuers here on wave 11, I believe they have about 250 max health. So you do need to be able to kill them, right? They're pretty tanky. If you're not dealing enough, you will get ran over by them. You can also outrun them if you have a ton of speed, but they actually speed up to 600 move speed, and you have a base move speed of 450. They have to have quite a bit of percent speed to actually outrun them. And then yeah, let's go ahead and reroll this. Okay, perfect harvesting. We'll definitely take that. We can take some more speed, which also gives us damage percent, and crit chance. Yeah, because we have the power generator, right? Speed equals damage percent. Yeah, okay, some more damage percent here. Lifesteal, HP regen, we're not going to take that. Speed and dodge, we will take this. We have a ton of health. We also have armor to spare. We can take that. And the snail, same thing. Making ourselves more and more faster is not quite as valuable as making the enemy faster. And we found the item that I mentioned. So like I said, we've skipped the gentle aliens we found because they increase enemy percent spawns. This decreases it. So this is what we want on the farmer. I have not taken this on any other character in the series, but like I said, on the farmer, I think it's quite good. Again here, this gives us damage percent. There's also the hunting trophy. If we get a critical hit and it kills, then we can get materials. We will take this. As long as it pays itself off, it is worth it. And we will lock the fin and just keep going. Yeah. Simple enough, right? We are against the crocodile. We don't actually need to kill him. I can just run away from him. You can see how fast I am. I'll force him into a corner and then just run away. He did hit me once there. That is okay. We're just going to lose a tiny bit of harvesting. I think we've only gotten hit about 4 times this run or so. 4 times or so, I think. Which means we've pretty much only lost, at most 10-ish harvesting. And you can see I was pointing out how the pursuers, they speed up to 600 move speed. So usually you can't outrun them. We can see we're kind of outrunning them because we move so quickly. We took a tiny bit of damage there. It is okay to take damage. I'm not really worried about killing enemies, but I will run through all of these consumables, because they will explode for damage and clear out a lot of this clump. And easy peasy, right? Ton of harvesting. We don't want to lose crit chance, so we're going to go ahead and recycle that. More harvesting. Then we're going to buy the fin. Coffee, really good value. Reroll here. And more harvesting upgrades. Perfect. Or sorry, more pruner upgrades is what I meant. Buy all these pruners. Lost duck is good. Shady potion for more luck is good. Reroll here. Luck in harvesting. We're actually going to buy this. We do lose a little bit of crit chance, unfortunately, but I'm still buying it. Another pruner and another claw tree. Okay, 724 harvesting, right? We're getting there. We're getting there slowly but surely. Almost to 1,000. And yeah, this is why I really enjoy playing this character. You don't necessarily need to kill everything. You can just sort of have fun and get really high amounts of harvesting. Because the game is balanced around, you know, the average character, which doesn't make that much money. So then when you get a character like this, which you can kind of abuse the passive trait for, it is really, really fun, right? We just end up with so much harvesting and like way too much money. Because minus 50% materials gained is eventually going to get outscaled by all that harvesting. And yeah, simple enough, right? I'm just moving around, like I said, avoiding getting hit and trying to clear out all these trees because trees can drop fruit, and then those fruits can give us more harvesting stacks. And that's it. Wave 13 done, right? We almost made 1,000 materials in one wave here. Recycling machine is great. Definitely worth taking over 21 materials. And we get a little bit of range. Sure, let's go ahead and do that. Lifesteal is also okay. We can get a claw tree and another pruner plus more harvesting. As if we didn't have enough, right? More harvesting, some damage. Damage here as well. More damage, and let's see, anything else? Another frog, sure. And then melee damage plus crit chance is great for us. We're definitely going to lock that. Crit chance, if we get critical kills, if we kill an enemy, right, with a critical hit, we have a 1 in 3 chance of getting material, an extra material from it. So we definitely want to get more crit chance. And yeah, you can see we are hitting for 92 with just a regular hit without even critting, right? Then when we crit, we hit for 192. So our damage is really good right now. Even though we've been taking so much harvesting, and we took a lot of other stats as well, like speed and such. Well, speed gives us a damage percent because of the power generator, but we have been taking a lot of non-damage stats, and we're still dealing 200 per critical hit. So our damage is in a really good spot. But I'm still playing the game exactly the same as earlier, right? Trying not to take damage. That's about it. This wave is really awkward for us because we have pruners, which are not great at clearing out a lot of enemies. So all these like little junkies start shooting projectiles all over the map and it becomes really difficult to move properly. And we don't really need more lifesteal, to be honest. Okay, luck is nice. I'll take some luck, and some range is okay as well, because it's a tier 4 range, I'll take it. Then we get crit chance and melee damage from this. We can skip these. More damage percent. Critical chance for armor is an okay trade. Some HP regen is okay. Dangerous bunny. Speed gives us damage percent as well, and we lose a tiny bit of range. And crit chance here from the Frozen Heart. I actually take this on a lot of characters, even if I don't have any elemental damage. Because, you see, 108, we take this. 108 plus 10% elemental damage scaling now. So we will actually get more damage if we take elemental. But the main thing is we just get 5% crit chance, which is super worth it. Injection for more damage, and the mastery for more melee damage. And we also have crit chance and dodge here, which we can buy soon. Okay, we are against the Colossus. This enemy will just run at you in his first phase. Oh my goodness, I just walk into the boss. Okay, I have to be careful. I'm also really fast, which is not the most convenient, to be honest. Being really fast is not always a good thing, because it kind of makes it hard to make small movements to dodge properly when I just need to move a little bit. Okay, so this wave, yeah, is very awkward. I'm a little bit too fast, and we don't have a great way of clearing out all these junkies. We're actually just going to keep dodging around instead of trying to focus down the boss here. It's okay, we're not going to kill the boss probably. It means we just miss out on one loot crate. but we don't really need that to win the run, so I'm not worried about it. And the wave is pretty much over. And this is just because we have so much move speed, right? We can actually dodge the boss or dodge around the edge of the map really easily. Attack speed in this case is quite nice. We don't have much attack speed. It's actually probably the most valuable stat we can get right now. Tier 4 HP though, we will take for sure. And then crit chance and dodge and more HP regen. And reroll. Okay, pruner, so we're gonna sell this one, get this one, and then get another mastery, more melee damage. And I also kind of want to buy the glass cannon. It's definitely not worth it. Our armor is actually really important. We only have 3 armor, so taking this would put us at 0. We get some more range, and Grind's Magical Leaf. This is really overkill. We have so many tank stats already, but I'm going to go ahead and buy it because we have so much money, right? And our last pruner upgrade. Okay, so now we have 4 pruners all max upgraded. Right, it's 138. They have 100% melee damage scaling now, and also 10% elemental. Plus they have a natural 12% crit chance on them. And they also attack really quickly. Plus they spawn fruits every 10 seconds, so very good for us. We have glasses. More harvesting I'm going to take, because I'm greedy. More harvesting here. And yeah, we should probably take this. This 2 melee damage is actually really good, and elemental damage also gives us a little bit of damage. So we should lock that and take that. And obviously losing 2 harvesting when we have 1,000 and something harvesting is not a big deal, so yeah. And you guys saw we couldn't kill that last boss, right? The Colossus. There are certain bosses we could kill. I'd say the Colossus was one of the technically harder ones to play against, because there wasn't very much chance for us to kill it. Like, we would have to risk our lives and yeah, put ourselves in a dangerous position to actually kill that boss. There are other bosses that are way easier for us to kill there. And there are also other bosses which are difficult to kill, or just, you know, average, you could say. But killing the boss is not really important. What matters is that we are surviving through the wave and not taking too much damage in the process. And this wave is about to be over in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and that's it. Oh, I took damage right at the end. Ouch. I lost a little bit of stacks. Yeah, it's okay. Max HP for 1% damage is probably worth it, to be honest. I'll take some dodge, and then reroll for better stats. Okay, luck, sure. I'm gonna go ahead and buy both of these, and then start rerolling again. We have our weapons fully maxed out, so we're just looking for better items, or nice items to take here. Nothing here. The black belt is not bad. Melee damage, XP gained. But it's a little awkward because 3 of these stats are not, or 2 of these stats are not good, these 2. And luck is also, we don't want to lose luck, really. Lifesteal for harvesting is now definitely worth it. We have 1,200 harvesting. We definitely don't want 8 harvesting. It's going to be really negligible. Mastery is good. Piggy bank could be good as well. And then some more damage percent. One more roll. Sure, let's take a lumberjack shirt. Why not? We just have so much money, right? That we can kind of buy everything. And it's not bad, right? Everything is okay. And you can see we're hitting for 300 per hit. And these pursuers are not getting one shot, right? You can actually tell, right? They, especially when they're buffed up, they're really, really tanky. And that's because, like I said, every enemy has a set amount, which they scale by every single wave. So as the waves go farther, they get tankier, and they also deal more damage. So that is why these pursuers end up being so tanky compared to everything else. And I'd say they are also probably, I feel like maybe newer players will struggle the most against them, because they probably won't take enough damage stats in the early game. And then you'll just be like, oh, I can't kill these pursuers, what am I supposed to do, right? You should be able to kill them. You should be prioritizing damage, really, in the early game, right? Just like I have been, and how I've been upgrading my pruners really diligently. I have all tier 4 pruners already. I had them for a while now. You can get crit chance here. Crit chance is great. Some more dodge. It's not bad, just to make us more likely to never die. Or less likely to die, yeah. Blood Leech is okay. We're so rich at this point. We just want to buy everything we can. Make the most out of our rerolls. Max HP melee damage is good. Nothing here. Nothing here. Little Frog is a little bit too late for this, to be honest. Also a little too late for the tractor. Claw Tree is great. And armor, max HP. But losing speed also loses us damage percent because of our item down here, right? Our power generator. Wait, wait, we do have a power generator, right? Am I misremembering? Wait, I feel like I'm going crazy. Where is it? Oh, it's right here. There we go, yeah. 58% damage boost, okay? So we don't want to lose speed. Oh, okay. +2 luck for every 1% crit chance you have. This is really funny. We have so much, right? 61, so we get 122 luck. Losing 2 armor is not worth it. We'll put ourselves at 0 armor. I'm taking it just because it's funny and it looks nice. So much luck, right? Damage and lifesteal are good. Oh my goodness, look at this, right? So since we took the lucky coin, now the baby elephant is actually really good because it has luck scaling and then the damage also scales off damage percent. So we can take that. Okay, we can get our armor back. So normally I say this armor is negligible because the passive is not really important, but I love having materials fly to me. So I am going to take this because the armor and the material attraction make me happy. Yeah. Another Blood Leech, plus more harvesting, but like I said, it's a little too late to take more. The run is pretty much over at this point, so we're just gonna not do that. We will take some more HP regen, that'll make us less likely to die as well. And let's just keep going. Okay, we are against the monk, so he's gonna spawn 15x behind himself, unless we hit him so hard that he instantly phases into phase 2. Which we did, right? He just... Okay, and he's dead. I think we could have killed him probably in like 4 seconds if we were hitting him from the start. So, yeah, our damage is pretty ridiculous now. 350 per crit is amazing. And yeah, I mean, once you get to these later waves, the game is really easy. Of course, this strategy is a little awkward because it's like, we're only going to wave 20, and we're kind of scaling until wave, 15 or something. But it's still really reasonable, right? You don't need to kill every boss, mini-boss. You don't need to kill every single enemy you face. So just being able to set up to do the last wave, the final bosses, really effectively, I think is a good strategy, right? So all we care about is getting to wave 20 and clearing out those final bosses. This also gives us a ton of damage percent. Plus losing max HP and armor here is completely fine. We have enough of both of them. We don't need this. Lifesteal or dodge. I think dodge is actually valuable, right? 43%. We don't need these or these. Crit chance is really good. That's probably the best stat we could get right now. We have 80% chance to crit. So we could try and get to, how much? 88% chance to crit. 88% crit chance would be good for us. I say that as I skip a crit chance item. My mistake. Armor is great. Melee damage and elemental damage both boost our damage. Like I said, elemental damage. Oh, okay, wait, we got a new achievement. Okay, interesting. Wait, do I have 3 structures? Oh, it's the gardens, yes? Yeah, I have the garden. And then I also have the, something, what is it? Also have the wandering bot. I don't know what my 3rd structure is, technically. But yeah. Okay, we just got a new achievement. Great. Let's keep re-rolling here. See what else we can get. Melee, range, and elemental. We're actually going to take this because even though it caps our max HP, we are on the last wave, so it's not really a big deal. Melee damage, elemental damage. Actually, let's just go and skip that. More dodge, a bag. Ugly Tooth is nice. This is okay. What else can we get here at the end? Another baby elephant. Some speed in exchange for range. A lure, a luck goblin, right? More crit chance, and that's it. Okay. So yeah, these are our stats. 1500 harvesting. Let's see. Oh wait, no, we still have one more wave. Okay, for some reason I thought we were going to wave 20. Okay, we still have one wave left. That's okay. We'll get through this, and then we will... That just means we have another chance to stack up some more harvesting, right? So, good for us. And yeah, this is simple enough. At this point, you really are super safe. Or you should be super safe, and you should have a ton of every single stat pretty much, to the point where you're no longer in danger of dying, as long as you're not just standing still. You definitely can't just stand still. I think the only character we've done that on is the pacifist. There are other characters that can get tanky enough to just stand in the middle of all the enemies, but out of the ones we've played, only the pacifist has been able to do that. With this strategy, we definitely can't, because we have a lot of damage stats. We don't have nearly enough tank stats to just let all the enemies hit us. And yeah, okay, easy enough. Take this. Oh wow, this is actually incredible, right? We get so much engineering. Sure, why not? Let's just go ahead and take it. Go ahead and take some more max health, even though we don't need it. Definitely don't need this. Elemental damage. Take one of these. Sure. This. Sure, we can start taking everything. It doesn't really matter anymore. Elemental. Sure. Speed. If it looks purchasable, I'm just gonna purchase it and keep moving. Okay. Okay. Sure, one of these. Um, sure, let's buy this on the very last wave, even though it's really useless, basically. And yeah, okay, almost 1700 harvesting. Going into the final wave here. Let's see how long it takes to kill the boss. It's actually pretty slow. That took about 7 seconds, I think. And then here hitting the second boss. Also, yeah. Second boss took about 5 or 6 seconds. So it took about 6 seconds to kill each boss. And yeah, that is the farmer, guys. Okay, very simple character, very satisfying character to play. And you can see here, coupon saved 1069. Power generator gave us 73 damage percent. Let's see, the hunting trophies give us 501 materials. Recycling machine, only 61. Okay, so almost nothing, but that's okay. Dangerous bunnies, 104 saved. Grinds magical leaf, procced 5 times. So we got, 15 max health, 5% HP regen, and 5% lifesteal. And piggy bank, 90 materials. Lucky coin, 160 luck. Very nice. And yeah, that's about it. We just unlocked the Techno Mage. Okay, it's a new character. We'll be playing this at the end of the series, right? Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. That's it for now. If you have any questions or you want to let me know anything, maybe leave a comment. And if you enjoyed this, maybe leave a like and subscribe. Yeah. Next time we'll be playing Ghost, another really satisfying character. Hope you guys come and watch that. And that's it for now, okay? Goodbye. Bye bye.